read a little bit. When he first accepted the position as the Morgan Foundation's caretaker in residence and promised them 5 years, he may have envisioned it as little more than the latest in a continuing series of respites from his own life. He must have relished the prospect of inhabiting this sanctuary, one he had never even anticipated visiting other than in his imagination. A sanctuary, however temporary, in which to polish someone else's silver, to house rare manuscripts in plastic sleeves, to rehabilitate a broken stool or damaged artifact, to replace labels for displays, to wrest order from disorder, and to share with strangers, to whatever degree his eloquence permitted, his hard-won understanding of the meaning of Dr. Morgan's singular achievement. On several occasions in the course of the ensuing 24 years, he had tendered his resignation, only to be persuaded to withdraw it each time, inadvertently securing in the process salary increases to which he remained indifferent, and binding himself in exchange to additional, ever-lengthening terms of commitment. His departure has been eradicated as an option by his repeated failed attempts to effectuate it. He got the job, now the job has him. A trap partially of his own making is closing round him, holding him fast. And so today, like yesterday, and like so many other yesterdays he has lost count and even forgotten when it was he lost it, he once more leads a steadily dwindling little band of visitors up the staircase he first climbed as an innocent applicant for a position that is now the very essence of his identity. He is the caretaker of the foundation, Dr. Morgan's man, a hired hand of sorts, so safely ensconced within his role that his capacity to excel at anything else has ceased to be a threat. He is here solely to make the dead man come alive. It has become a consuming preoccupation. His work is never done. On the surface, the caretaker betrays scarcely any awareness of an impending threat. He has cultivated a willful blindness to the ongoing machinations concerning the museum's uncertain future, and by extension his own, performing his duties as diligently as if nothing had changed, as if, in the face of his calm persistence, nothing ever would. Had there been a witness to take note of his demeanor when he mounted a step stool in the library, dustcloth in hand, to minister to the books that lined the top shelf, or sat at the workbench in his room, copying out the text from one of Morgan's ledgers onto 3x5 cards in his studious penmanship, or set about dismantling an installation untouched for decades, one subject at a time, the green beetles, for example, or the tarnished silver spoons, to make way for a new installation unavailable to visitors until now. His fixed, trance-like smile, the tilt of his head, the pursed lips through which a tuneless song escaped, might have implied a peculiar serenity, a serenity reserved exclusively for those who, having waged a long, futile battle against despair, have finally befriended it, and with a sigh verging on relief, abandoned their last vestiges of hope. The board could not be blamed for failing to recognize in this dutiful, mild-mannered employee the dangerously single-minded enemy it was harboring unwittingly within the foundation walls.